From many years later, I'm writing to you. Not to change today, just to remember it clearly. You may not know this yet, but this day stayed with me. Today you counted carefully, not because you were greedy, but because you had to. You stood in front of shelves and did the quiet math in your head. What you could afford, what you could rate on, what had to go back into the cart, and what had to stay behind. At this age, everyone else seemed to be running toward promotions, toward titles, toward weddings and milestones that looked so certain from the outside. And you were here. No fixed job, no clear path, no one to share expenses with, only receipts, only numbers, only restraint. You had read Walden once, a long time ago. Back then, it was more aesthetic than understood. Minimalism as an idea, simplicity as a pose. But today, you understood it differently. Not as a choice, but as a condition. You weren't romantic about having less. You didn't feel enlightened. You felt tired. And sometimes embarrassed, sometimes scared. Still, you learned something quietly. You learned how much things actually cost, not just in money, but in time, in energy, in peace. A small amount felt large to you, not because it was plenty, but because you felt it fully. You noticed how carefully you spent, how slowly you decided, how rarely you wasted. And while it felt bleak, while it felt like standing still, this was where your relationship with money changed. You stopped seeing money as decoration, as proof, as something to flash. You started seeing it as weight, as responsibility, as a tool that could either disappear or be carried forward. Years later, this is what I remember. Not the lack, not the shame, but the precision. You learned restraint before you learned abundance. You learned respect before you learned ease. You didn't grow careless with money because you knew what it felt like to have very little and feel every unit of it matter. So when wealth finally arrived, it didn't intoxicate you. It didn't erase your judgment. It didn't make you forget. It sat on a foundation you built here, with counting, with waiting, with choosing not to buy. You weren't failing, you were training. This wasn't the absence of wealth, it was the beginning of understanding it. So rest tonight. You don't need to fear what you don't have yet. You learned how to hold money with care. For me,